story with you. This story is about a young man who drives a small what we call tricycle, a boboya, and he collects waste. He works with a company, so he comes around our area, and I started to engage him, and we just want to know. I like talking to a lot of our young men. I want to pick their thoughts, what they go through, the aspirations, the pains, the things that make them. And this is a young guy. I was talking to him. Yeah, he speaks clearly. Very intelligent young man. And so I just started to engage him. So the first time we encountered, actually the huge waste company is not being reliable that much. So I was trying to procure his service. And so we started to talk. So I asked him, how did you get into this business? Who do you work for? How much is the vehicle? How much do you make? How much are you paid? And he shared a lot about the waste industry, about what he goes through, how much the vehicle, So I asked him, what's your level of education? Then the other time that he came, and I asked him, can you read? He said, yes, of course, I can read. So, okay. Then I will give you copies of these books, read them, and let's discuss them. So I gave him copies of my book, Perspective and Streamline. Streamline is about money. Perspective is about developing the mindset to build your business. And so just the other time he came around and he started to talk and said that, I just passed by. I said, but in our agreement, you don't have to come to collect the waste today. You have to come. So I said, no, I just want to share with you some. I started to read the book, and these are the things that came to mind. He said that when I just like every young man, he wants to, every young man in Africa, the average, who thinks that he has nobody to look up to, he has to fend for himself, he has to push, he has to work extra, his strength, and things like that. So he said that he has accumulated some money, and after reading Streamline, he said that he read Streamline first. He thinks about money. So he read Streamline, and then he said that I have sent money to my people to buy goat and sheep and cow for me. I was thinking of traveling, but when I read the book, I said to myself, I can do it here. And this is very intelligent young man, very intelligent. So what I've come to see is that most of our young men are very forceful. They only need somebody to engage them and encourage them, especially those who are engaged in doing something. This is a young man on a boboya or tricycle and moving around, working. Everything shows that he's a man who is not lazy, who wants something, who wants to do something for himself. So if you are in a position to engage them when they come around. Don't just assume that, they are nothing, they will come and worry you. No, they need direction, they need friendship, they need conversation. The very small, the things that you may not even value, they mean so much to them. So my policy is, anytime I meet a lot of these are young men, whether they sell yogurt, pushing the bicycle or that thing that they push, or whether they are carpenters, masons, taxis, anytime that I procure their services, I engage them. I want to pick their thoughts. And a lot of the times, they have their own money. But most often, their focus is to use the money to move somewhere out of the country. And most of them don't even value the work that they do, because they think that there is a better way. And yet, some of them have accumulated thousands from the same work that nobody will respect. This boy, this young man who is collecting the waste, working for another company, pays the company some kind of money, services the vehicle, he said, and he makes some kind of money every day. So let's assume he makes even 50 cedis, which I know he makes more than that every day. In a month, that boy, that young man, he can make at least 3,000 cedis. You may say that, it's not a good work. It's a good work. If he gets direction, if he organizes his thoughts, if he's able to build the right skill set, he'll be able to turn that source of income. Even if it's not a business, he can turn that. He can use the income that comes out of it to build investment for himself, and sometimes even starts a waste collection company, or even work the same way, but still be able to have other sources of income. So just as he told me that he sent the money that he probably was thinking to use to maybe go to Libya, or go to Dubai, or go to Saudi Arabia, or go to one of America or some of these countries, he said that no, I can build my life from there. And that touched me so much. And that also goes to show the essence of education. The essence of education is actually to be able to help our people to read and write. The ones that they can read and write, the other ones, the difference is so much about the information you get from that ability, which books that you're reading, to change your mind, and your ability to even assimilate, understand what you're reading, and apply them. It's not so much about I'm doing physics, I'm doing chemistry, I'm doing biology, I'm doing accounting, law. Not so much. To a certain limit. People who are able to build something from where they are with the little that they have, a lot of the times it's not so much the education that they have, because I have friends who have PhD, I have friends who have masters in something, degrees, who have no clue what to do with their lives except somebody gives them a job. And this is a young guy, possibly he completed SHS. Yes, obviously he's just pushing himself, and yet he's thinking. So you can always inspire somebody. You can always inspire somebody if you think through and you open your heart. And it's our duty, it's your duty, it's my duty. And most of them, the things that they think about those things because that's all that they have in terms of knowledge. But if you can also open something to them, never forget that knowledge is actually light. And the more we engage a lot of our young men, especially the young men, because it's to be a man without example, without hero, without father, without somebody that you talk to, somebody who shows interest in what you're becoming. Men really copy from what they see. So when you see some man in front of you who you can call as a friend, as a father, and who is ready to just give you and even share some basic things of life with you, look at those people, they become something great. And so don't just take care of your family and your friends. Be interested, especially those who want to learn. Be interested and open your doors to them. So I just want to share this story with you, because the boy said that he's reading the finance book first. He said that the business, he'll read it later about the finance book, because he had money and he's thinking of the direction that he can go with the money. And it's all in the mind. The moment some idea enters your mind, it explodes it. Just one word can open. Just one book can change your life, especially those who are hardworking. So I want to say the spirit of, the way that these young boys are fighting. A lot of the times when you meet these guys who are collecting the metal, the scrap boys, engage them. Those who are friendly, engage them. They need people to talk to. Because for money, I can tell you that most often they have more money than you. Especially money that you work for. Because they work, they're hard working. So my name is Robert Darko. I'm sharing just a story with you about my friend who is called Robert. My friend who is called Robert. Young man, I don't think he's more than 25 years. Maybe 20 or 21. Very hard working, friendly, smiles, he laughs. And he's intriguing, very intelligent. You can see it from his eyes. And yet, he read a story, or he read a book. It says that I've started to organize my life. I started to put my thoughts together, and I've sent money. That was what inspired me. He was not just brooding over it. A lot of our highly educated people would have just, let me do SWOT analysis. And he just said that I move money, and I told them to buy this and start to read them, which means that he'll follow it. Even if he fails, it will open up his mind, and nobody knows what this young man will become. So thank you.